Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm having a harder and harder time saying that, man. I just realized that. Every time I go to say Happy Tuesday, Happy Thursday, it's getting harder and harder. All right, on to this. I'm going to skip around a little bit. I was thinking of making like 4 or 5 different videos, and all this interconnects. Let me start first with Trump yesterday at a rally. Hey, congratulations to everybody. I forgot to say that. We hit 200,000 deaths because of Trump's A-plus job. 200,000 dead Americans since March. In what, 7 months? 200, almost 250,000 dead Americans. And no, they all weren't over 70 with cancer. So, this makes me so angry because it's just outright lies. Okay, so he's in this rally yesterday. He just flat out lies. He says kids don't get it. Kids under now he doesn't say they got good immune system. Now he's just saying they don't get it. They don't get it. I don't know why they don't get it. In that dopey, moronic way that he has of speaking. How you guys can be proud of supporting this man, I have no idea, because he looks like a bumbling fool. And a pompous ass to boot, but all right. So he says, it was only older people with cancer, and kids under 18 don't get it. Yeah. I'm not even going to bother listing the links because that's a flat out lie. Here in Connecticut, schools are closing left and right. I'm going to put a link for this one. Schools are closing left and right. We tried opening up a few days a week here and there. There's 30 kids with COVID over here. 50 kids in this school. Closed. And they're not just testing positive. They're getting sick. Cardiopulmonary disease. Autism symptoms. All sorts of stuff after they recover. Over 380,000 of the Americans that got sick with COVID-19 have been kids. That's 9%. 9% of Americans that contracted this have been kids. The one true part is they seem to not get as sick, but there's different symptoms. It affects them differently. It's only been 7 or 8 months, and we're still not figuring this out. In 27 states, it's 10 or 11% of the population that have contracted COVID-19 are kids. And let me remind you guys this, just because once kids contract this, that means they have, for whatever reason, I don't know if they have more mucus or whatever, but they tend to spread it easier. They are spreaders. So 9% of kids in every state, 9% of everybody that's contracted COVID-19 in every state is at least 9% of them are children. And even if they get sick, even if they get different kinds of sick, they are spreaders. They spread this easier than adults. That's a fact. What Trump is telling us is a lie. Just like him saying that he didn't want to panic people. What he's doing here, we don't want to be panicked. We don't want a lot. We just want the truth so we can protect ourselves and our family. It's his job, the CDC and him, to study the disease and tell us the truth so we can adequately protect ourselves. Now it's come out too that the Trump administration was all set to mail out millions of masks and then said, nope, and changed their mind. This is another story I'm checking out. Google it yourself, that the Trump administration was set to mail out millions of masks, but then changed their minds on it. Could that have made a difference, you think? All right, back to him lying, just flat out lies. And then he says, if somebody asked him to give himself a grade of how he's done, he says, A+. Okay, there's a million. The United States accounts for 1/5 of the entire world's COVID cases. All right, here's another one. From Mexico down, Latin America, 78 or 79,000 people have died versus 200,000 just in the United States. And all the whole Central America, all the way down to Chile, 78,000. And we're building this wall because we have to keep out the disease. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Mexicans are pretty good with that right now. All right, here's something I got to talk about. Watch the video. The video's all over the news with him talking about these kids. He says, children don't, he's moved now. He's moved from children have better immune systems to children just don't get it. They don't get it, he's saying. They don't get it. I don't know. He goes, take your hats off to the kids. Now, he's saying this metaphorically, and he's lying. Kids do get it, and kids spread it easier. And kids get different kinds of sick. Like I said, it's only been 7 or 8 months. All right. And here in Connecticut, like I said, kids are getting sick. This is a lie. This is a flat out lie. All right. So listen to this. So he says, take your hats off to the kids. And he's speaking metaphorically. This is an example of how Trump supporters are brainless zombie cultist followers. He says, take your hats off to the kids. And he's speaking metaphorically. And there's about 4 or 5 Trump supporters that you can see in the camera shot. And they immediately grab the rim of their hat. And they're not sure if he's speaking metaphorically or literally. And they go to pick it up, then they put it back down. Then they pick it up, they put it back down. And they're looking at everybody else. Should we pick it up? He told us to pick it up. Should we pick it up? We're being told to pick it up. And they put it back down. Hilarious. And this is only the Trump supporters in the shot. I can only imagine the other thousands of Trump supporters, all with their hats going up and down. Like, should we lift our hats up? He told us to do it. Yeah. If Trump told you guys to eat dog crap, I'm not even kidding. I am willing to bet there's a good fraction of the United States of Trump supporters that would get on their knees and shovel it in their mouth. I'm not kidding when I say that. Watch this. As soon as he says this, and I knew they were going to do this. As soon as he says, take your hats off to the kids, I knew they were going to do this. It's unbelievable, man. It's just an example. See, this is the problem. Trump supporters think that, yeah, he's lying. He's a big liar, but it's to our own advantage. You know, it's in our own best interest right now. So it's okay. We're white people. We're moderate income. We're doing okay. Some of us are business owners. It doesn't affect us. Let them lie. We're not Democrats. Yeah. Do your kids go to the best private schools? Probably not. Do you have your own private chefs, your own private cooks? Can you afford the best, most healthiest food? Do you have the best healthcare plan that money can buy? Do you have the best doctors? Do you have the best lawyers on retainer in case you get a drunk driving ticket or in case your kids get in trouble at college? Do you have the best attorney on retainer right now? No? Well then, yeah, you don't have the same best interests in mind. Eventually, you're gonna get screwed by these lying people. All right, one more thing I want to talk about, COVID-19. COVID-19 and the stimulus checks. These stimulus checks, there's still a lot of people, and there's businesses around here. There's people that still haven't even received the first check yet. Swear to God, in this town, I've talked to people, and people are very hesitant to come on YouTube and talk, regardless if it's liberal or conservative. I've asked around, and just even regular people are very hesitant, especially with this atmosphere, with armed right militia roaming the streets. People are very hesitant to go on YouTube. But anyway, okay, so it's been a couple months now, right? He's talking about this second stimulus check, right? And they're dragging their feet. And yes, Democrats are doing this too. Democrats want a bigger check. Republicans want a smaller one, and they're getting nothing done. It doesn't look like there's going to be one. People are just going to be crap out of luck. But, wow, Ginsburg died what, Sunday? And holy cow, watch them move. Holy cow. The senators are running back into the Senate. You know, they're vowing to get this justice seated in record time, man. To confirm them by the end of the week. Wow, they move quick when it's in their own best interest, don't they? But when it's in our best interest, COVID-19 and all this, we're trying, but we don't agree. You're going to have to wait. Look at that. Just look at that. This affects all Americans. It's obvious. Within hours of her dying, man, they were on their feet and moving. And it's about them. It's not because they want to get reelected. The Republicans want to put in a conservative. Democrats want to put in a more liberal-leaning judge. And it's not about the laws of America, because we all know the laws of America don't really affect them, because once again, they have the best lawyers on retainer and everything, and they live by a different set of laws than we do. And if you don't believe that by now, you are a fool. If you really think that Trump and McConnell and Lindsey Graham live under the same set of laws that you and me do, you are a fool. A retainer, the best money buys the best attorney, and the best attorney will get even a person with first degree homicide charge off with no jail time. We live by different rules. So when you see these guys lying, McConnell, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Trump, and you think, well, it's okay because they're lying. They got, we agree on everything. I'm white, I'm middle class, we got the same values. So it's okay that he lies. It's not going to affect me. Yeah, well, like I said, unless you got the best attorneys, the best health care that money could buy, you get the best food, the best, unless your drinking water is all bottled these days. Because if it's not, I urge you to take a look at what the EPA is allowing in the country's drinking water these days. And then one more thing. I watched Lindsey Graham in South Carolina, like I said, and he looks like a man confused. Like he's greeting the citizens of South Carolina in his store, it looks like. And he knows he's a liar. You can see it. Like I've told you guys 100 times, I lied for 22 years. I was a monster liar manipulator of every day for those 22 years. And I could spot this. And his shoulders are down, and he goes to bump elbows with somebody, then he stops, and he looks confused. He's unsure of himself. And you could see this clearly. And it's a video that's running on the news today. When he's campaigning in South Carolina. He knows he's a liar, and you can see his lack of confidence. He knows. The whole country sees him. What does his word mean right now? And then Trump says one more thing. Trump says, well, I'm just doing my job. It's my job to elect, to put in, to nominate a Supreme Court judge. I'm just doing my job. Come on. We know what you're doing. You're setting it up so that if the vote is even close in November 3rd, that you're going to have enough justices to give you a seat. One more thing about that, too. 63% of Americans think that the nomination for a Supreme Court judge should wait till after a new president. Not until after the election, until after there's a new president. 63% of Americans. That means the voice of the people, the will of the people is not being done by Donald Trump. We have a minority ruling this country right now, trying to steal the election. I've overran my time. I'm going to talk more on that in my next video. Stealing the election with the post office, I'll get into that next video. You guys have a good Tuesday. I'll be back with another video.